meet again. You look like you have something important to tell me. Ah, I see. If that is the intent of the raid group, I would like to lend them my strength. So, you mean to bait Queen Belandir to ensure the safety of the raid group, right? Well, I think there is a way we can do that. Oh, come to think of it, Clay wrote in one of his books that Queen Belandir is attracted to strong mana. He also wrote the potent sandworm poison sac can be utilized as raw material for mana production. With the potent sandworm poison sac and magic amplification gear, you can create a device that emits mana to attract Queen Belandir. If that doesn't work, you'll have to resort to your own devices to lure her over to you. It's true that power can be used to detect other power that comes from the same source. Did you know that? Queen Belandir's power was derived from a star fragment. Fundamentally, the same as your own. So you really didn't know? Star fragments themselves are nothing more than a pure form of power. If someone with evil intent uses one, they can make a monster as fearsome as Queen Belandir. I'm sure that there are more monsters in this world created from star fragments. Let's try making a luring trap first. While I'm away looking for the lure magic schema, go collect bristled armadillo scales and potent poison sacs. You can easily find plenty of armadillos in the Moonlight Desert, but if you defeat them recklessly, the scales will end up getting ruined. First, make sure they're stunned by the trap before you go to kill them. That way, you'll be able to get the bristled scales in good condition. Sandworms make stronger poison when they are young, but it's difficult to quietly sneak up on them because they're so wary. There is a resistance force that guards the sandworm hatchery near its lair. Maybe we could ask them for help.
Josephine recalled some passages in Clay's book and found a way to lure Queen Belandir. She also informed you that the source of Queen Belandir's power was something known as a star fragment. Those star fragments contain pure power. Someone created a monster called Queen Belandir out of evil intent.
If you want to know more about Queen Belandir, I'm sure Clay's book will help. I left it on my desk, so feel free to read it whenever you feel like it.
In the past, Solavian Order Grand Elder Scultis used a fragment of the Star of Silivith to turn a sandworm into Queen Belandir. The sandworm's poison sac, the source of poisonous mana, reacts sensitively to external conditions. Not only can it adjust the level of mana emitted depending on these conditions, it also emits a substance that detects the mana of another entity.
You can get a glimpse of Clay's interest in the various monsters and poisons of Silesium through his books. These books contain interesting information, such as the fact that the mighty Queen Belandir was originally a small sandworm, and that sandworm poison sacs have the rare ability to detect another being's mana. decided to use Queen Belandia's attraction to powerful mana to lure her in. Now, in order to create artificially powerful mana, you need to create a lure using Armadillo's sharp scales.
This is a sandworm hatchery. It's a dangerous place, so you should leave. You're looking for poison sacs? Then you'll need to find the baby sandworms. But they are very sensitive, and it'd be difficult to approach them. Hey, do you know how to shapeshift? Good. Maybe you could shapeshift yourself into an insect. You know what? If you promise to help me, I will guide the way. Good. I'll brief you the details after we get in. Let's go, while no one is around. Now, you can get potent poison sacs from baby sandworms. Shapeshift into an insect and approach them. What I need is a sandworm egg that is about to hatch. You'll find it while you're hunting baby sandworms. I'll leave it to you then. Wow! I didn't expect to discover this precious thing. The shell is very fragile. Try not to damage it. What the? Help me! Help! I shouldn't have come here. Let's get out of here before more of them come.
The potent sandworm poison sac is also used as a raw material for mana production. It is particularly suitable for a mana amplifier to lure Queen Belandia, because it can be used to freely adjust the emitted level of mana based on external conditions.
You're back just in time. I found the right magic schema that we can use for the bait. Since you have all the ingredients I mentioned, let's get started right away. First, put the potent sandworm poison sac over here. Apply it to the armadillo scales. Finish by carving the magic schema on the elemental fusion stone and... Huh? Failed. Hard to believe I made a mistake. It must be the fusion stone. Elemental fusion stones are riddled with impurities, making it difficult to use them for complex schema, like the magic schema for attracting monsters. Naturally, we just need to make a pure elemental fusion stone that can be engraved with any schema. I'll prepare everything else, so please get me the required materials. We're going to need some moonlit sand crystals and cactus water. Sand crystals are available in the highlands around the sandworm lair, and cactus water is available south of the Moonlight Desert.
The first attempt to build the device for luring Queen Belandia ended in failure. Since common elemental fusion stones often contain impurities, they cannot be used to contain delicate and complex schema, like the magic schema for attracting monsters. Josephine explained that making a pure elemental fusion stone will make up for this error. Purified water used to draw a magic schema is essential to making a pure elemental fusion stone. This is because low water purity can lead to errors in the schema. In the desert where water is scarce, cactus water can be used as a viable substitute. It is important to consider not only the size of the sand particles used for the pure elemental fusion stone, but also whether they contain their own impurities. Moonlit sand crystals can be ground to very fine particles, and are the purest of their kind.
I've been waiting. Did you get the materials yet? We need to make it quickly before impurities corrupt the materials. First, we grind the moonlit sand crystals and spread the dust on a heated plate. Then we infuse the wind element into the cactus water and let it flow. This hardens it to complete the pure elemental fusion stone. Now we engrave a magic schema for luring monsters and put the stone in the device. There! It's a success! Here we go. This is the device for luring Queen Belandir. Install the device wherever you want and then press the remote control button. Afterward, the level of mana around the device will increase to the maximum limit. Queen Belandir will sense the power and make her way there. Now, here's how to operate it. Would you mind having a look at the device? Like I mentioned, I made the device for luring Queen Belandir so it can be controlled remotely. Queen Belandir will appear soon after pressing the button, so make sure you find yourself someplace safe before using it. Well then, I wish you good luck.
Having finished crafting the pure elemental fusion stone, the device for luring Queen Belandir was complete. After installing the device, you press the button of the remote control to amplify the mana emitted and attract Queen Belandir. The remote control must be operated at a minimum safe distance from the device.
What brings you here this time? We can lure Queen Belandir with that device? Really? If that's true, I can catch her right now. Most members of the raid group are at the Sandworm hatchery right now. If we want to catch Queen Belandir, we need them to return, so we can attack together. My troops are currently working to reduce the number of sandworms. They won't come back until they achieve their objective. If you get out there and help them with their mission, they'll be able to come back sooner. It's up to you. Everyone is bringing their very best to this mission. Everything we learn along the way is recorded in the operation plan back at camp. Read the operation plan at the Eastern Gathering campsite. I'm sure it'll help you too.
Upon learning about the luring device, Marcia wanted to catch Queen Belandir immediately. However, in order to do so, a full-scale offensive involving the entire Sandworm raid group is needed, and most of the troops are already active in the Sandworm hatchery. Marcia's troops need her to finish the job and return quickly.
Not sure. Maybe there's something in the caves that the sandworms like. Why do you ask?
I was thinking of making and selling sandworm things. The Sandworm raid group regularly carries out operations to reduce the sandworm population. Once these begin, all but essential members of the squad remain in the sandworm hatchery and only return when the mission is complete. The best and only way to get the squad members to come back is to help them complete their operation quickly.
I've been waiting. Thanks to you, my troops returned earlier than expected. The time has come to carry out the plan. We've set so many traps for Queen Belandia already. She wouldn't be able to escape us once caught. But no matter how long we waited, she never showed up. But with the luring device you brought, we'll be able to attract her there as planned. Okay. I marked the location on the map. You can go there, find the chest in the center, and install the device. We'll be preparing to attack her in the meantime.
Marcia and her group had already set up a trap in the hopes of catching Queen Belandia. Unfortunately, it had proved useless, with the Queen never showing up at it. With the new luring device, however, she could be attracted to the trap and captured as planned. The place Marcia mentioned was filled with bombs and gunpowder chests, all meant to kill Queen Belandia. Even the fearsome beast would struggle to survive if caught there during the blast. The luring device was installed in a chest, placed in the center of the trap.
You're back. We're all set here. Shall we begin the operation? If we press this button, Queen Belandia will show up over there, right? There she is. Finally!
After Marcia pressed the button on the remote switch, Queen Belandia charged. Her fierce attack was cut short when she stopped in the middle of the trap and took flight. Determined to bring her down, the raid group let fly every arrow they had. The enormous sandworm was engulfed in an explosion as the gunpowder chest caught fire, but managed to escape.
After so many tries, I finally dealt her a critical blow.